curious about how your working day, when you're not in Toronto, when you're not doing interviews like this, when you're not flogging a book. How do you work?
Well, depending on what stage of the work, for instance, if you're working on an opera, then that's a matter of working every day. If you're gathering a book of poems, it begins by writing the poems here and there, and then the daily work comes of assembling it, refining it. With records, the songs come. You play your instrument every day, and certain chords resonate, certain phrases, and slowly the song is put together. And then comes the daily work of recording, laying down soundtracks, vocals, mixing. So at different stages of it, sometimes one feels one is dissolute and chaotic and lazy, and then somehow the enterprise gets focused, and you find yourself in a daily mode.
Mm-hmm. Do you ever go away? Do you ever go out to the country? Maybe sit on a park bench and just to get away from everything and work on poetry, say from an eternal way, or your songs or whatever?
Well, it's no guarantee of excellence the amount of time you put in on something, but I do put in a lot of time on this stuff, and the work is slow, and it takes me a long, long time. I could tell you a lyric that I worked a long, long time on. You want to hear it?
Sure.
It's on my new album. It's called The Captain and the Corporal, and it's a dialogue between a captain and a corporal. It goes like this. The captain called me to his bed. He fumbled for my hand. Take these silver bars, he said. I'm giving you command. Command of what? There's no one here. There's only you and me. The rest are dead or in retreat or with the enemy. Complain, complain, that's all you've done ever since we lost. If it's not the crucifixion, then it's the Holocaust. May Christ have mercy on your soul for making such a joke amid these hearts that burned like coal and the flesh that rose like smoke. I know that you have suffered, lad, but suffer this a while. Whatever makes a soldier sad will make a killer smile. I'm leaving, Captain. I've got to go. There's blood upon your hand. But tell me, Captain, if you know of a decent place to stand. There is no decent place to stand in a massacre. But if a woman take your hand, then go and stand with her. I left a wife in Tennessee and a baby in Saigon. I did not come this far to hear some country western song. But if you cannot raise your love to a very high degree, then you're just the man I've been thinking of, so come and stand with me. Your standing days are done, I cried. You'll rally me no more. I don't even know what side we fought on, or what for. I'm on the side that's always lost against the side of heaven. I'm on the side of snake eyes tossed against the side of seven. And I've read the Bill of Human Rights, and some of it was true, but there wasn't any burden left, so I'm laying it on you. Now maybe he was dying, but I knew he wasn't hurt. The silver bars were in my hand. I pinned them to my shirt. Well, that kind of lyric took me...
How long did it take you to put that together?
I started it about four or 5 years ago.
It's a song.
It's a song. And I worked on it a lot. I don't mean that every day I got up at 9:30, but I worked at that lyric for years. And in the final days before it was recorded, I was working on it all day for a long time, working on the tune and working on the lyric. So there's really months and months and maybe even years of work. It doesn't guarantee its excellence in any sense, but it just takes that long to do it.
You made a distinction between Book of Mercy and perhaps some of your earlier work you call Book of Mercy a book of poems, perhaps more correctly, or a book of psalms. And I wonder if you make a similar distinction between poems and songs, the songs that you record.
I don't really make a difference. I recognize there are different forms, and there's a kind of...
Well, you know what I mean. There's a sense that somehow poems are more serious than songs. That songs, because they have a regular rhythm and often a regular rhyme, that somehow they're less serious. You throw them off. Clearly, if you've worked that long and that hard in that one song that you just recited for me, then
No, I don't make any distinction in the significance of the form, but they have different demands. Something that is really designed for the page to be there, wet and black, that someone reads by themselves. You know, it has to burn, has to resonate in a different way than language that, you know, has to move easily into the world. The nature of popular song is that it moves easily from lip to lip, so that there are different demands on the forms.